Welcome to the stream, friends. My name is Serge, Pilot Club 6, and this cold morning we are doing a charters TPC charters airline flight with service to Peoria, Illinois from Montgomery, Alabama. We have 130 passengers scheduled to board the flight and 6,431 pounds of cargo. We are here in Montgomery, Alabama at gate 17. And we're about to get things going here. Just arrived to the airport. I'm going to try to do a walk around on this stream as well on this flight. Usually I let the first officer do it, but really captain is the one who should do it. Unless the weather is crappy. Then we send the first officer, right? So we got things set up here. Everything's looking good. Should be sounding good as well. Let me show you our route. So here we are in Montgomery, Alabama. We're going to go north, distance of 539 nautical miles, and our flight today is scheduled for 1 hour 42 minutes. All right, cool. We are tracking this flight with On Air. That's the tracking system that TPC Charters Airline uses. We got everything set up here, as you can see on the screen, and we are now going to hit this button, Fly and Sim. Unlike a couple of days ago when I forgot to do that and did the flight and totally forgot about tracking. So we'll track it now. We'll start the tracking. All green check marks except for the payload, obviously, so we have to load the aircraft, so we'll do that. I also need to start my little app to track the flight on the iPad. Forgot to do that, so we're good to go with that. And with that, I think we can jump in the cockpit here. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we are, cold and dark. We will do our usual checks here so that we can apply power to the aircraft. Radar off, levers are good, switches are good here. We'll do that rather quickly. Gear lever, windshield wipers, we're good to go. So we will go to our overhead and turn on battery 1 and 2. We do have external power available on this flight at gate 17 here, so we'll go ahead and connect that. Go through and set up our overhead. Alright, that looks good. Go to our EFB, we'll fire that up. We'll uplink, or downlink rather, our flight info. Looks correct. Cost index we're gonna adjust. And let's get some services here. Casper, hi, welcome to the stream. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for joining. If you missed the beginning here, we're doing a TPC Charters Airline flight with service to Peoria in Illinois. About an hour, 42-minute flight. So we're just getting things started here, getting the jet connected, the jet bridge connected, and the baggage loaded, and catering. So we got all that going here. We'll go ahead and request our fuel, 19,400 pounds, so we'll start fueling. Where's the fuel truck? Yeah, let's get the fuel truck. Let's see what that looks like. Haha, Mark, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream, sir. Welcome to the stream. Good morning. Yes, you did catch us live. We're broadcasting live from Montgomery, Alabama, currently gate 17. Here at the airport in an Airbus A320, doing a charters flight to Peoria, Illinois. And thank you for putting us on the big screen. In that case, I need to show you my new adjustment here I did a couple of days ago on the stream. Let's see if it'll work there. Bam! Check out that beautiful bezel on that iPad for 4 flights. So here we are. On the ground at Montgomery, Alabama. All right, so I'm not sure where the fuel truck is. We requested it. Jet bridge didn't quite connect, but that's all right. Okay, so we'll wait for the fuel truck. Probably take some time to get there, but we are fueling, so that's all right. All right, and here's our aircraft. It's empty. We are ready to receive passengers. I already talked to the ramp agent. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, I created the bezel for the iPad. I think Tommy had it on his stream, and I was like, oh man, I need to have that, because here, let me show you what it looks like without it. So that's what it looks like without it. That's not good looking, so we do need our bezel. So we got our bezel there, so that's great. All right. So now we're legit. We really have an iPad, so with 4Flight on it. All right, so let's downlink our payload info. So we have 130 passengers on this flight, 6,431 pounds of cargo. So we'll go ahead and start loading and boarding. Bam. All right, we go to our MCDU, ETSU, AOC menu, and we will initialize. What's this tab? Crew details. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, cool. So here's our init data request, KMGM-KPIA. Looks good, looks good. Okay, we'll go to FMGC, make sure our databases are correct. And they are correct. Let's go to init. We'll send a request to initialize our flight. Here we are. This is where we're going to change our cost index. Airline's trying to save some money on fuel, but we're not going to let them do that. So we're going to go put 75 as cost index so that we can get there a little bit quicker. All right, while we're here, let's get our winds and temperatures for the climb, for cruise, and for descent. This should be a nice, relaxed flight. I don't anticipate any issues. The weather's been great. Like Mark, I'm not going to turn on 20,000 different failures. Our flights are failure free. Casper, yeah, thank you for popping in. I do appreciate you stopping by. When you're bored, as you said, but I hope this is not going to be a boring flight, although most of my flights are boring, and I like them that way. All right, so we got our information here. We'll go back to Etsu. AOC, we'll request our weather for Montgomery, for Peoria, and Chicago is our alternate, so we'll send that. And then we'll go to received messages. Wait a couple of seconds. What's the excitement? You're the excitement? Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, I love chatting with you guys. You know, answering questions, sharing my experiences. Been in flight sim for couple of decades. I actually started in flight sim flying Airbus A319, and for 10 years I flew that exclusively. I didn't fly anything else but that. So it's interesting, right? So where's our weather? Why are here it is. Okay, finally got our weather. We'll print that. Check this out. Bottom of the screen. Oh, our fuel truck is here. Okay, so let me put that there. So let's see what the fuel truck looks like. There it is. There's the fuel truck. Okay, yep, can see it right there. Well, we just released it because we are not using the in-sim fueling screen, so the truck is going to leave. Okay, that's pretty neat. Let us go back here. So we did put our weather here. So here's our weather for MGM. Okay, that's looking good. We'll go to our flight plan, and let me put the iPad back on for you so you can see what I'm doing on the iPad. So we'll go full screen on the airport there, Montgomery Regional. 40 at 5. Yeah, that's correct. So that's the latest ATIS. Looks good, or METAR rather. So now we select the runway. Now there is no ATC. So winds favor runway 3. However, runway 3 is too short, so we will take runway 10. All right, so runway 10. Go back to the box. Departure, runway 10, and we can look at the cool feature about a cool thing about ForeFlight is it has this feature where it breaks down your winds too. It's pretty neat. So we go to 10, and you can see right there. Hopefully, we're gonna have 3 knots headwind and 4 knots crosswind coming from the north. So that is acceptable. We will do this. Turn on VATSIM traffic on. We're on VATSIM, but there are no controllers. It's too early. They're sleeping. Only you guys and myself are early birds. Actually, I woke up at 6 in the morning, as I always do, and I worked on Andrew's streams overlays. He asked me to do a couple of overlays for him, so I did that for him. Usually I would have been already flying. Anyways, back to the box here. We're going to delete the discontinuity. Our first fix is Vulcan VOR. That's in Birmingham, as you can see right there. And that is our first fix on the flight plan. So we'll make a left traffic and then go direct to VUZ. So that checks out pretty good. While we're here, we'll take a look at what we have in Peoria, Illinois. What kind of weather? So looks like runway 13 is the best wind, so we'll select that. We'll see what kind of procedure we have for 13. We have ILS 13, so we'll add that. And we will do vectors to final on that. Cool. So now we need to put that in the box. Arrival, ILS 13. Yep, no star, no Vias, no Via, no star. We'll insert that. Let's walk through the flight plan. So SPI is our last fix here. That's a VOR. That's spinner in Springfield. So from there we'll go to our initial approach fix, which is CFBZL. I don't know what that is, but we're not going to fly the reverse course on this ILS if that's what we get, unless the weather changes. We'll just do straight in. So we'll just vector ourselves in for a downwind for 13 and then right base. So that makes sense. We are looking good here. Let's go to init B. Let's see if we finished fueling here. We did. 19.4. 19.4 is our block fuel, so we'll put that in. We'll wait to fill this out once the aircraft is loaded, and since the fuel has been completed, or fueling has been completed, we can turn on seatbelt signs. Mark, you're asking about my accent. Haha, yeah, that's a mystery in the club, so not going to answer that live on stream. But I've been around. If your question is if I was born in the States, I was not born in the States. I moved to the States when I was a kid, many decades ago, and joined the military. And then in the military, I've been all over the country and the world, and picked up some accents there as well. But yeah, you're right on the money. That you're picking it up correct. All right, Mark. See you later, sir. When you get to the office, wow, you're working on a Sunday? Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and turn on our fuel pumps. And continue setting up our flight deck. So again, let's take a look at our weather here at MGM. 3062 is our altimeter, so we'll set that 3062. Really high pressure weather, good flying weather. 62, we'll do that on the backup as well. Is it really 62? It is 3062. All right. Very good. Got that situated. Yay, thank you. Back to our EFB. We got everything buttoned up and loaded, good to go. So here's our passengers. Not a full flight, but fairly full. We will go ahead and call for the tug. We'll turn on our APU. All right, thank you, First Officer, for that wonderful cabin announcement. We'll go ahead and punch in our squawk code. With this new VATSIM feature, you do get a squawk, even though there's no ATC. So 5772, 5772, and that certainly will help controllers if they do come on. You already got an identifier. Alright, so we're set up here pretty good. And also we're on 1228, so that is correct. Again, no initial altitude, so we'll dial in our cruise, which is 36,000 feet. 36,000, we got that there, good to go. And we will turn on our beacon light, turn on the APU bleed.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
APU available. So APU bleed on. And we'll disconnect external power. So the tug is connected. Doors are closed. Everything is good to go. So let's look at our pushback. So we need to push back tail right. That's what we need to do here. Alright, flight attendants are doing the safety brief now. So we'll go ahead and release the parking brake and commence our push. Alright, awesome. While we're doing that, we'll start engine 2. I want to clear these vehicles before we start turning. Alright, we can start turning right. Make sure we don't hit the tower that they conveniently placed here with the beacon. Yep, monitoring engines. Yeah, we'll be okay with that. We're not gonna hit the truck, are we? Nope, we're okay. Alright, and we'll go ahead and stop the push here. Set the parking brake, and we will start engine 1. I think let's see, can we do that there? Yep, we can. Forgot to put that in there. Alright, KMGM, runway 10. Put that in here. We go to performance, flaps 1, toga departure, and we'll get our V1 132. We'll rotate it 133, and our V2 is 137. So we're all set and good to go. You know, the Neo it's exactly the same airframe essentially as the regular 320. I don't know if it looks too small here, but it looks pretty good. 319 is a little smaller. Alright, we can release the tug. And then we will Add our charts here, our taxi chart, and then our approach, again ILS 13, and our taxi chart. So we got all our charts. Go to our taxi chart. That looks good. Yep, we're good to go with that. Alright, so we can go ahead and do a couple of things here. We'll turn on our weather radar. We will turn our taxi lights. We can turn off APU bleed and APU. We'll release the parking brake and make the call. Montgomery traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6 taxiing from the terminal to runway 10 via Alpha, Montgomery. Alright, let's see if we can do this. We have to maneuver around this tower. You know what? Let me go to the next taxiway. There's aircraft here in the way too. Okay. Go flaps 1. Oh, we don't want to go there. Okay, so let me see here. Yeah, unfortunately that aircraft was blocking us, so we'll go around him right here. That's Charlie 3. Alright, we'll arm spoilers. Auto brake to max. Clear on the left, clear on the right. Yeah, I have to be careful here. These taxiways are narrow. Make sure we don't clip anything. Alright, that's good. Okay, so let's check our takeoff config. Normal. And we'll ding cabin crew. Alright, we're making our way to the runway. Looking good. Probably don't need the V-pilot anymore. We'll do our flight controls check. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. And we should have done that before, but rudder seems to be working fine. Ignition to normal, and TCAS will turn on at the threshold, or at the hold short line rather. Alright, we're going to take full runway, so we're going to go to Alpha 7. We're passing Alpha 6 here. brake checks. And we will stop here. Okay. Transponder to TCAS to TARA. Alright, we will turn our landing lights on, nose light to takeoff, and packs off. Montgomery traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6, taking runway 10 for an I-4 departure to the north. Montgomery.
Approaching runway 10. Entered runway 10, 8,900 feet remaining.
I see 10. Alright, we're good to go. Spool up the engines. And takeoff. Mantoga, SRS, runway. Auto thrust blue. 100. V1 and rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. And autopilot's coming on. Check nav. Checked. Climb thrust. Making that left cross. We'll disarm ground spoilers. And flaps 0. There's the airfield, and we are direct our first VOR. It's a beautiful departure. Airbus will remind us to turn the air conditioner back on, which we did. Alright, looking good. There's the iPad for you. So you can track the flight there. We're making our climb, passing 7,000 now. Yeah, looking good. Passing 10,000 feet, we'll go ahead and turn our landing lights off. And our seatbelt signs can also be turned off. Seems like a smooth air. Like I said, this is a good flying weather. That's looking nice. Let me hook up some extra nice views here. Let's see. Try this one. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I think this is one of my favorite views here. Alright, back on flight deck. Passing 15,000 now. Got about an hour and 36 minutes remaining in the air. Oh, Andrew, good morning, sir. Just saw your comment there. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for joining the stream as we are flying away from Montgomery, Alabama with service to Peoria, Illinois in an Airbus A320, of course. All right, we're passing 18,000. We'll go ahead and go standard on the altimeter. Looking good. Really nice to fly Airbus. I love it. So let us go to our flight plan. Our top of climb is in about 10 minutes. And our top of descent is in about an hour. Not bad. Go ahead and put KPIA 13 in the box. That looks good. Let me see something here. I wanted to check to see if our waypoints have been preserved. Where are they? Thought they were here. Or wait. They are here. Okay, stored waypoints. Nope, they are not preserved. Stored runways. Stored runways. Okay. Alright, anywho, we're good to go here. Everything's looking sweet. Beautiful aircraft. Absolutely beautiful aircraft. It's a pleasure to fly it. I'll tell you that. I do like the Phoenix though, and I've flown that a bunch, but we'll see what the next update brings to Phoenix, but I really do enjoy this fly-by-wire. This is a development version, so it has the correct cockpit and everything else, so it does not have RNAV approaches though, or they're not fully implemented, so you don't get the vertical guidance, but we rarely do RNAV approaches, and if we have to do it, and it's okay whether we go visual anyways. Passing 25,000. You can see there on the profile. All good. Look at our overhead, make sure everything's good there. Everything looks good to me. Beautiful flight. I hope you guys are doing well this morning. It's Sunday. We do have Sunday Fun Day group flight today. I may or may not fly it. I'm not sure. I think I got some things I got to do later in the day, though. But that's always a great flight, mainly for airliners and biz jets. Casper, where are you at right now? You're flying? Weather seems to be the same as what I got here. And it's good to hear that you're doing well. Great Sunday for flight simming. Great Sunday for flying. The weather's terrific. Although I do like rainy departures, I'm not going to lie. Something about getting the aircraft set up with the raindrops on the windshield and the rain going around and thunderstorms and stuff, and probably an extra challenge for the departure also, but Also, just something about the rain and sitting in the cockpit and getting the aircraft prepared is all good. Speaking of aircraft preparation, I totally forgot. I promised you guys I'm going to do a walk around, and I didn't do the walk around. The first officer did it, so next flight, make sure we do a good walk around. Yeah, good mood for sure. Haha, gusts. Yeah. Well, you gotta be careful with gusts, though. There is a limit, and the POH for the aircraft will tell you what that limit is, or maybe even the airline SOP has it as well. You know, the limit on what really, what's the maximum amount of, you know, wind under which you can take off. So take a screenshot here. Alright, so we're going to our next fix now, which was it Pocket City? Yep, Pocket City. Once we pass our current fix, yep, there it is, PXV. Start making that turn. There's our cat Pumpkin. Is always enjoying the flights. Look at that beautiful cockpit. That is nice looking. Love the Airbus. Love the 320. Alright, we're at 35. Less than 1,000 to go. Still no ATC, so we're still on Unicom, all good. Just taking a glance at the weather at destination. Very good weather. See what the temperature is. Very cold though. Yeah, minus 17 Celsius, 1 Fahrenheit. Very cold. But makes a good flying weather. Alright, sweet. So we've reached our cruise level. We got about an hour of flight remaining. I need to go and chat with the cabin crew, make sure they're doing alright, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back on flight deck and we're making good progress here. About 50 minutes remaining of the flight. Everything seems to be going well. Talk to the cabin crew. Everybody's good. Passengers are happy. So we can take this time to take a look at our approach here. Let's double check. We're still okay for runway 13. Let's look at our plate. And let's go to our performance. Nope, that's not where I wanted to go. I want to go to nav. Yep, so we don't have our frequency auto populated just yet, as we are still very far from the airport. 350 miles, but look at the plate here. Low frequency is 1099, approach course is 129. Our missed approach is climb to 25. Okay, yep. Greg is our initial approach fix, so let's make sure that is in there. We don't have that in there, so we'll put that in. CFBZL. What is CFBZL? Where is that? Oh, okay. So Greg is there. CFBZL is here. Let's take it from the initial approach fix. So we'll manually add that in. Greg, 2 G's. There it is, Greg. And add Greg, we should be tell you what, I think we yeah, I think we're okay with what the computer is giving us here. $250. Can we do 180 at Greg? $180. Doesn't want to take that. Hang on a second. Greg, 210. Nope, doesn't want to do that. $210. Can we do it this way? Nope, it keeps bringing us to this. Okay, that's okay. We'll leave it like this. Looks like we got new weather there. Yep. And we'll go ahead and put that in performance for now, just to track it. It's too early, but just kind of start tracking it a little bit. 160 at 7 is our wind. Our temperature is -15. And our QNH is 3061. 3061. Most likely this will be the METAR on approach. So put that in there, and while we're in here, we can put our minimum altitude is 836. We'll put that in there. Okay, we have some ATC here. Let me double check right quick. Tack, hello, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you popping in, stopping by, joining the flight. Got about 45 minutes remaining of the flight here. With service to Peoria, Illinois is where we're going. 130 passengers, 6,431 pounds of cargo, and we're having a good time here in chat. I just talked to the cabin crew also a few minutes ago, so passengers are doing well. Nice and easy, smooth flight. Weather's beautiful for flying, so thank you for joining, Tack. All right, I wanted to look at our ATC coverage here. We'll see where we at now. Yep, nope, still no ATC. Yep, Fort Worth Center is on. Something up in Canada, Toronto Center's on. So we'll still be on Unicom, that's fine. We don't mind that. After doing busy flights during the week with ATC, we don't mind being on Unicom. Alright, we're cruising along here at flight level 360 at Mach 7.8. Making good progress. Been in flight for 37 minutes now. Easy peasy, we got this. Alright, back to this here. So our bottom altitude is 2,500, so we'll dial that in on FCP. So that is set and ready to go. About 100 miles to our next fix. Let me look at PIA Airport here. So here we are. We're landing on 1-3. Okay, that looks good. Here's the terminal, looking like letter H. So landing on 13, we'll exit left. Hopefully Echo 3, if not Mike. And then either Echo or Delta to the terminal. That is good. We're good here as well. Cool. Alright, excellent. Well, if you guys want to chat about anything, just let me know. Drop a comment in chat. Let me know what you'd like to talk about, or if you have any questions about the 320neo, about flight sim, anything and everything. Whatever you guys want to talk about. Glad to answer any questions that you may have, and yeah, that's it. Still haven't figured out our window views. Still getting a little bit of, if you look at here to the left corner here, you'll probably see it better here. Yeah, see, look at that. Got to zoom in more. What I tried and tried with the usual shortcut to save custom views, and it didn't work. I don't know, because my views maybe are extra custom or something like that. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I need to do that. If you guys know what the issue is, please do let me know in the comments. Why the normal shortcut to save views doesn't work. I do have custom views I got from, I think, flightsim.to. I had to put that in some folder somewhere. It wasn't community folder, so that looks alright though. Go with that. Yeah, I was trying to see. I think this would be a good view for landing here. Or maybe we'll do head tracking, I don't know. Let me see how it is with head tracking. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so maybe we'll use this view with head tracking for landing. No replay today. I didn't activate the replay before starting the flight, or didn't activate replay function availability before the flight, I should say. So no replay today. Yesterday we did a replay. It didn't quite work as it should have. Engines were off, and I guess it maintains that state, so we crashed essentially in the replay. So I have to look into that a little bit more. Go ahead and load this chart here so we have it. That's all ready to go. Cool, we got 40 minutes to go. And let me talk about my setup and what I'm using. So let me go to the Pilot Club Discord. I have a channel here for setups. Let's see. Your setups. Yep, right there. So I think this is. So this is what my setup looks like right now. Walk you guys through that. So we have, I think it's a 32-inch monitor. The computer specs you can look in the video description, but it's essentially i7 with 2080 Super, 32 gigs of RAM. And then we have our flight stick right here. We have our throttle modules here for the airliners and biz jets. Then right above that is the throttle for the GA aircraft. Right here you can't quite see, but this is a trim wheel again for GA aircraft. Here to the right of the screen we have our iPad with ForeFlight, and that's what you see on stream on the left side. Then we have this panel here. This is also GA panel that James made me. James, Pilot Club 36 from the Pilot Club. It is kind of very similar to what you would find in a Cessna 172, something like that, with the ignition and the battery and alternator and avionics switches and the lights. Very nice panel. And then moving left here, I have another tablet here. This is an Android tablet with Touch Portal. Touch Portal is essentially like a Stream Deck, but also very customizable for different things. I control my views from there. I control OBS from there for streaming. Very, very useful. And then of course the second monitor here is for streaming, so I have the OBS here and all the other apps like vPilot and other things on there. And the rudder pedals right here, Thrustmaster right on the bottom there, and the computers to the right of everything there. And then we have the light here. I have a big screen TV there, which sometimes I turn and just have things in the background, but not today. Yep, so that is that. And while we're here in the browser, let me show you the pilotclub.org website. So if you guys are interested in joining the club, please do. You can click the button here, join on Discord, and that'll get you to where you need to be. And then many things here on the website to check out. We do have our super giveaway coming up right now, or going on right now rather. So if you want to win that, you can join the club. We have our events. Here are some reasons for why joining the club. Why you may want to join the club. Some featured announcements here. We have our training program for flight sim, have our flight school, optional virtual airline, which this flight is what I'm doing it for, the TPC charters virtual airline. Got some pics here. We got our screenshot contests, our weekly podcast on YouTube, TPC Hangar. We're up to episode 85 right now. Jacob does a great job putting that together. Have some partner discounts. We do have some TPC merch if people are interested, and then we have our partners. So pretty cool. Lots of things to do here. We got our liveries, our standard operating procedure, our resources is a good page also to check out, with all kinds of flight sim resources for different things. Here's our pilot training I was talking about earlier. We have our blog, so we keep things updated and fresh. Everything's, and of course, the dispatch is our bread and butter. That's what we do here, group flights. So yeah, very cool. So if you guys want to join, please do. Casper replay will not work this time. I didn't enable it in settings before the flight. I have to remember to do that. If I don't enable it in settings, it doesn't give it to me in the options here. Now, theoretically, actually, I can do this. Let me do this right quick so we could go do general options. Yeah, I can do that now. I totally forgot. Okay, on very quickly and resume. So we're on now. Yeah, so here's the replay tool. Although, I mean, I suspect that it won't work again, so I'm not sure if I'm going to use it, because what happens is with this tool here, it remembers, or it looks at the current state of the aircraft. So if the engines are off, they're going to be off on replay, right? But the thing is that I need to turn the engines off for the tracker to register the flight. So if I don't do that, I'm not sure how it's going to play with on air, the tracker for TPC charters. So I'd rather not mess with it probably today until I figure out really how to use it properly, or get a different add-on for it. If you have any suggestions for the replay add-on that works, let me know in the comments. All right, so looks like we do have ILS 13 here activated. So let us go to, yep, sure do, 1099. Let's confirm that, 1099. Our final approach course is 129. That is correct also. And our glide slope is 3 degrees. So we are good to go. Yep, weather's still the same. Let me do this. Let's go to Etsu. And we'll get our current weather, since this one that we printed before is from earlier. It has been updated. So we'll wait a minute for that. Alright, about 30 minutes remaining of the flight. I will probably leave the flight deck for a couple of minutes one last time, just to check with the cabin crew. It's been taking longer than usual to get the METAR here, so not sure why. There it is, just came in, and we'll print it. Make sure that's the correct one. Yep, that is correct. Altimeter 3061. Yep, good to go. Back to flight plan. Actually, let's go to performance, make sure we do have that in there. I think we did. Yeah, we did. Minus 15 is the temperature. 3061. Yep, that is all set and good to go. We're ready. Sweet. So let me go chat with the cabin crew one last time for a few minutes. Let me set you guys up with a cool view. Alright guys, I am back. And here we are back on flight deck. We got about 40 miles until top of descent. We can probably start descending now. We'll wait a little bit. We'll wait just a little bit longer. We're pretty much set up and ready to go for the initial descent.
Destination 86126.1.
Alright, let's go ahead and start our initial descent. We're about 150 miles from destination. Okay, descent mode. Manage descent. About 20 minutes remaining of the flight.
As we have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now will be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you turn your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely on you. Now you better squeeze the aircraft full out.
Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky. So we can do our landing calculation now. Let me look at our calculated approach speed is 131. Go to our tablet. Landing calculator. We'll get the data here, get the METAR, and let's look at our runway. So we're landing on 13. So runway elevation is 632. Runway heading is 129. Go good condition. Runway slope is 0.06. Our runway length is 10,104 feet. Approach speed, we looked up, it's 131. Flaps is going to be full. Reverse thrust, yes. And we need to figure out our landing weight. So we're right now at 138. Let's see what we have in the plan here. 132. I'm not sure if that's going to be correct, but let's try that. Oh, wrong button. 132, and we'll calculate. Alright, so we probably can go low brakes. We'll set that up. Alright, brakes low. Let me see without the reversers. Yeah, I think we can do without the reversers. Okay. Double check our tracking. All is looking good here. Alright, we're about to pass 30,000. And if you guys want to guess the landing rate, drop it in the comments. My guess would be 250 is what I'm going to try to do. 250. But who knows? Could be less, could be more. "15 minutes remaining of the flight." Very nice. Now we can do here, let me go to settings, audio. Let's put that to 35. or maybe 40 is okay. The wind interior sound. All right, passing 27,000. All right, approaching flight level 240. Hey Jordan, hi, welcome to the stream. What stuff you talking about? That what link? What link to what? Hi guys, we're coming in, about 15 minutes of flight remaining. And so once we pass this last fix in our flight plan, we'll turn right, and then in about 20 miles after that we'll turn left to go parallel to 13, so essentially kind of a downwind leg, so we can vector ourselves onto a good intercept for ILS 13. Jordan, what throttle do you use? If you use the Bravo throttle, you do need to use SPAD. Now, I don't have the Bravo throttle. I don't think I can help you with that in particular, but there are profiles for SPAD, specifically for Bravo throttle, you can get from flightsim.to. I use the Thrustmaster throttle, so it's a little bit different. So after the flight, I actually have to go eat anyways, but if you're having issues, I will tell you this, again, if it's for Bravo specifically, check the help channel in the TPC Discord. We do have some people talking about that, or have talked about it in the past anyways, or you can just drop a new post there and see if anybody be able to assist, because again, I'm not familiar with Bravo. I don't have it. Okay, I'll take a look at the photos. Yep, and I may be able to troubleshoot a little bit in DMs as well. Alright guys, so we're passing our transition altitude, so we'll go ahead and set it, which was 3061. So that's set. Yeah, Jordan, I'm still not getting what throttle do you have? What brand? It's the Turtle Beach, or if it's the Turtle Beach, I'm also not familiar. I'd recommend you really post that, because those who have it would be able to assist. But fear not, we'll get that worked out. Alright guys, 10 minutes of the flight remaining. So, okay, we are going to go, let's look here. Yep, we're going to go for about probably 20 miles on this heading, and then we'll switch to heading mode and turn left to kind of go parallel to the runway, kind of a downwind leg for 1-3. Let us go to the overhead. We'll turn on our landing lights. I usually do that a little bit before 10,000 so that I don't forget. We'll turn on our seatbelt signs. Oh, copy. Turtle Beach. Yep. Actually, Mark has that one. I think he knows what's up with it. You essentially, I think, for, well, I don't know if you're not watching the stream now, but essentially you need SPAD for it, and then you need to program it with the profile, and it'll work then. I don't think it works out of the box. Alright, so let's see what we're looking at here. Okay, we'll just monitor this for a little while, see how Airbus handles the speed transition here. We're coming up to 10,000. We'll need to slow down, certainly. 43 miles from destination. Doing well. Enjoying the flight. Now comes the most exciting part of the flight, probably, the landing. Okay, so here we go, transitioning to reduce the speed to 250. Speed mode. Yep, looks like we got it. Excellent. We're 25 miles from the field. Let me go to selected speed. I'm going to go to 240. Starting to get a little bumpy here. Alright, we'll go ahead and make our left turn to 310. So that way we are on the downwind 413. Oh, we have Pilot Club 6845 flying near Peoria. Send him a message. Sure what he's doing. Let me look. He's at 2,000. Okay. Well, I can tell you this. If he took off from there, he took off from 3-1. That's the wrong runway. Seems to be at 2,000. Okay. Yep, we'll just keep going to where we need to be, which is Greg. And we were descending way too fast. What happened here? I didn't pay attention. Go ahead and level off here. Go speed 230. Peoria traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6, 10 miles to the west inbound, ILS 13 or 3000, Peoria. Thomas, good morning, sir. Copy that. So I see you in the Cessna there. I'm coming in. Gonna be making right base for 13. You which runway did you depart out of Peoria? Wasn't 31, was it? Winds were favoring 13. I will go ahead and make our right base. Oh, it was 13, copy that. Excellent, you're practicing VOR approaches, that's awesome. Or VOR navigation, so that's good. Alright, let us make this little adjustment here. And we'll go to 220. Yeah, so Thomas, while I was tracking you on ForeFlight and sending you a message on vPilot, I descended kind of rather quickly here. So we're at 3,000 here. Probably should be a little bit higher than that at this distance here. All right, so let's go ahead and get set up here. So we'll arm ground spoilers. Yeah, it's got some snow around here. All right, let's go ahead and do our turn to intercept. We can go here, direct. Oh, we can go direct, Greg. Okay.
On the 250 radial, inbound overflying the field, Peoria.
All right, we got the localizer. Peoria traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6, turning 10-mile final for 13, Peoria. All right, so here we go. Let us go ahead and go to 180.
Class Charlie at 7.6 miles.
We'll arm the approach. Cat 3 single. Mark, yes. We descended a little earlier than we should. We're at 3,000 right now. Normally, we wouldn't do that. All right, flaps 1. Let's go flaps 2. And gear down. Yep, as I was saying, normally, yeah, we should have stopped our descent a little bit. We're descending at 1,700. We got to about 3,000. A little bit too far out from the airport, but not too bad, not too bad. These things do happen. All right, here we go, guys. 5 minutes until landing. If you want to guess the... If you want to guess the landing rate, let me know. Thomas, I see on radar, sir, all is good. Good flying, good flying. Okay, let's go here. So we're good to go here. Let us go. Wait, let me make sure. Yeah, maybe it was not a 10-mile final. Yeah, ForeFlight says it's 12 miles now. Okay. Yeah, so let me go here and load our airport chart. Here we go. That is set. We'll go manage mode. Turn on our lights. Okay, flaps 3, runway in sight. And flaps full. All right, our missed approach is 25, so we'll leave it there. And let me go ahead and get rid of the camera and the iPad, and we'll focus on the landing. Outer marker. Glide slope intercepted. Landing. No blue. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can do this primo. Remember, no reverse thrust on this landing. Yep, on the glide slope. Winds from the right.
1,000.
2 mile final runway 13.
Peoria traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6, 2 mile final 13. Peoria. Alright, Thomas, I know you're in the area there. I see you on the radar. On, looks like right downwind.
6645 has the Amazon downwind flight remaining about 2 miles west of the field.
Let me see. I don't see you there. Alright, here we go. Let's concentrate on our landing.
500.
Autopilot off. Land.
Above. 200.
Checked.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 10, 5.
Landing time logged.
Manual braking. Yeah, that was it's not the best landing, but I think we did okay. Alright, we'll go ahead and exit on Mike. Let's go ahead and stop here and we'll clean up. Peoria traffic, Airbus Pilot Club 6, clear of 13. We're going to taxi to the terminal via Mike Delta. Peoria. Alright, so we'll clean up here. Landing lights off. APU. Alright, and let's taxi. So we'll taxi via Delta here. May have to run over this vehicle. I'm not sure what he's doing. Alright, so we got some aircraft here, so I think, yep, we will go right next to them.
Peoria traffic pilot for 6845, joining a right base 13, touching go Peoria.
We got a marshaller, so I hope we're not going to run over this equipment. think we'll stop here. That's good. All right, let's see what we got here. We do have external power available. Hook that up. Engine. Let's see here, engine 1 and 2 off.
Engine off time log. The flight is finished. It has been monitored by on-air.
Peoria traffic power code 66513, Peoria.
Okay, well, that's where the jet bridge is going to be, so that's all right. All right, we will go to the boarding. Seatbelt signs off, APU bleed off, APU off, taxi lights off. Turn our radar off, we should have done that earlier. And TCAS to standby. Alright, we got our services. Alright, cool. So let's take a look at our landing rate. It's regular, it's okay. 288. Well, could have been better. But we'll take that, it's regular. Alright, so that's good. Let me show you our route. So here we are. And this is our approach that we did. That's nice. See if we can see Thomas. He is landing. Yep, see him right there on top of the screen. You guys not going to be able to see him. Let's see. Right behind all these aircraft. Or trees, rather. Yep, there he is. Just took off. Thomas, we're watching you. Oh. Right there. I don't know how well you guys can see that on stream, but that's Thomas. Yeah, model matching didn't work here very well, so we're in. Okay, he's doing a pass here. Oh, that's excellent. All right, Thomas, that was a good one, man. That was a good one. Nice, nice flyby. All right, so we continue with our cleanup here. Yep, everything's looking great.
Peoria traffic power code 645, Airline 113, full stop, Peoria.
Hey, nice flyby, sir. Alright, so we're good with this, we're good with that there. Passengers offloaded, we got our flight. Not bad, not bad. Landing could have been better, but we did okay. So we did okay. What was the rate? I already forgot. I was going to put that in the chat. Anyways, I thank you guys for joining the stream. And I hope that you enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys next time. Like I said, I'm going to maybe try to do Sunday Fun Day later today. I doubt it, though. So most likely I'll just do a stream tomorrow night for yet another charter's job. And we'll fly out of Peoria.
Peoria traffic power code 645, setting base, Peoria.
Alright guys, thanks again. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.